everybody. Welcome to episode 431 of the AllYouCanHear podcast. My name is Wenzel, and joining me today are my two co-hosts.
Wicked Bakugo Colt. I'm not trying. I'm sorry. I saw a picture of All Might. I'm not trying to start with the same energy as last week, but I just saw a picture of All Might. I was thinking of laughing like him, like, ha ha ha! Something like that. But I went with Bakugo because I got reminded of his freakiness.
We should have a time limit on intros. I don't even know if Colt needed to say all that, but he did.
My name's Colt. I don't know if I said my name.
I don't know. You did. You just said you're Wicked Bakugo or some shit. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'm Studious Tanner.
Ooh, what's the test?
Literature.
Oh.
Apparently, you guys would have gotten one of them wrong.
Well, I don't think so. We had a bit of a debate before the show started. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. So, as part of our year end of 2025 series, like we do at the beginning of every single year, we go over.
Yeah, end of 2025 series we do every year.
Damn, you got your ass, Wenzel. Sorry, there's no coming back from that one.
Our year-end series that we do every year, and god damn it.
There's been a very silly energy in the room.
I had to do fucking blue collar work today. It is bullshit because I work a desk job. I'm tired.
Okay. All right.
What was giving Addison Rae there?
Yeah.
Boyfriend, I'm nervous.
So last week we talked about our favorite songs. This week we're going to talk about our favorite books of 2025. And
just books.
Just books. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. We'll get to why he said that later. And for this we just talk about our top 10 favorite books of 2025. It doesn't have to be specifically from 2025 like we do for songs, for movies, or for games. It is just everything we read that we loved, because not everybody here reads something specifically from 2025. We're all reading different things at different times. So yeah.
Also turns out a lot of books.
Yeah, there's a lot of books. I read a lot of books, which was not my intention this year. I just wanted to go ahead and say I had a goal set this year for reading 20 books, and I accidentally read 100.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah. I remember January starting with Japanuary, where I read 10 books from Japanese authors, and then it's September and I'm at 85 books. I'm like, well, shit. I guess I can just read 15 more and I'm at 100. And so I did. And then I pretty much just stopped around mid-November. I was like, you know what? I read 100 books. I'm done reading. No more reading for the rest of the year. So, but well, yeah, kind of. Basically, I was just like, I'm going to go do other things.
I haven't looked at a single fucking word in 2 months.
I've read so much. That's the most I've ever read in a year. Absolutely crazy. Had no, like I said, no intention of doing that. And I did it. And that's how I did a lot of my challenges last year, except for games. I was very intentional with that. And I barely made it. Everything else, I was like, oh, I'm not going to really worry about it. And I ended up hitting my goal and then some for some freaking reason. But yeah, that's my side of things. What about you guys?
This was the most I've read in the last 10 years combined. You've probably have noticed I've never been on one of these. And that's because I didn't
know how to read before.
I just learned how to read. Honest answer, I got very burnt out reading in high school. I read a shit ton in high school. I was in a contemporary literature class that literally the whole class was like, all right, just read what you want and you can write like a paper on it. I mean, I was reading, I probably read 45 books in that semester just because of that class. But I got really burnt out on reading in high school. And I mean, I've read a couple of things here and there over the years. I'll be honest, I never read a single book I was supposed to in college. But now
You graduated.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Hey, don't tell anybody. But last year, I made myself the goal. I'm like, you know what? I really needed, because I love reading. And I love listening to podcasts. But sometimes I don't want something so mindless. Like with podcasts, I can kind of zone out, do my own thing, and whatever. With an audiobook, I feel like there is like I lock in on what I'm listening to. It's like if I'm listening to an album for the first time. I really lock in on it, because if you don't if you disassociate for 90 seconds listening to an audiobook, you're kind of fucked, because something very crucial could happen. Because really, if you're not looking at like the time bar, you really don't know where in relation of the story you are. You just know when the beginning of chapters are. So I did that, but I also finally decided to pick up some manga I've wanted to read for a long time, and some comic books I've wanted to read for a long time. So I actually did a lot of proper reading, but then like novels and stuff I got through in audiobook form. And I got to tell you, pretty fulfilling year on this front. I'm pretty happy with my progress. I don't know how many exactly I read. Like if you want to count volumes of manga, I'm probably in the 70-ish range, maybe. So not too shabby for, again, probably not averaging 2 books any of the last 10 years. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
Well, that's good. Hell yeah. I should say too, this top our favorite books, this section of our year end stuff is new. We just started this last year, so that's also another thing as well. Like we don't do this. So.
Yeah. This is what replaced TV and anime. Because I think last year y'all read more. Well, it was really y'all doing this episode last year that I was like, I really need to get off my ass and start reading more. Like I listened to y'all's episode last year, and I'm like, I would like to do that next year with them. And here I am.
I'm glad. I'm that makes me really happy. I remember, or I was really surprised by how well that episode did. I was like, well, shit.
It's like the best performing episode of 2025. Best performing new episode of 2025.
That makes me really happy.
Well,
okay.
People like books.
What about you, Colt?
And this has actually been a kind of low year for me when it comes to reading, because the last few years, like last 4, I've been like going hard as shit on manga and reading. This year, I didn't really do that much when it comes to manga, even comics. I've read a couple here and there, but it was mostly audiobooks with me at work. I have listened to, I think, at least 21 books. It could be more this year. And it's not the short 8-hour romps. I'm listening to meaty shits.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, that number's deceiving, because, I mean, I don't want to spoil any of your list, but I know you've listened to some thick fucking books.
Yeah.
Thick boys.
It's a lot, but you know what? Like I said, I just pop my earbuds in and you're there. It's very, very nice to have the ability to listen to audiobooks while you're working.
Agreed. 1000%.
Speaking of audiobooks, I would just like to say too, for what we're counting in terms of books as well, we count audiobooks, physical books, novellas, manga, graphic novels, and of course, if you're reading any anything online, like I don't really think we've really defined, like, if you're reading like on the Shonen Jump app, like specific chapters or like select
That
issues
counts,
comics,
because that's what I did last year.
No, it does. I can't remember how we defined it, but obviously you can I think for us we kind of like put that in, like, if you read like multiple chapters, then you put that, like, that series specifically as a slot on your list. I believe that's what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that counts. And anybody who says audiobooks don't count as reading, go fuck yourself. Audiobooks count.
Yeah, first of all, how dare you yuck somebody's yum? Second of all, some books are better audiobooks than read books.
There are really good audiobooks.
There are some phenomenal there's a couple of things on my list. I would not have got the same enjoyment reading them because the sound production and the actual quality and detail they went in on the audiobook made the experience. And some of these books I own physically, and it just added stuff to the whole experience. But also too, look, if somebody is engaging with art and especially books, especially us living in a country where it seems like 50% of the population don't even know how to read, I don't care how you get your book knowledge. You want to listen to your werewolf romantasy smut? Good on you. Every single woman I know has been a reading fiend in 2025, and it's all because of fairy fucking. And you know what? If good for you.
Yeah, hell yeah, agreed.
I will give a spoiler. I could not get into ACOTAR. I gave it a fair shot. I could not do it. People say that it gets good after 1.5 books. I do not have that dog in me to say, okay, I'm going to read a whole not good book and then half of a not good book to get into the quote unquote good stuff. I can't do that.
Also, my thing is if I'm reading this, I'm gonna use it to jerk off. So it just feels like extra effort.
What the fuck did you just say?
I don't know where
you just say.
ACOTAR is one of those porn books, isn't it?
ACOTAR, it's
smutty, but it's definitely not porn.
I will say,
I just don't want to read about people fucking. I want actual plot going on here. I know there probably is. It's just I just don't want my book to be mostly fucking.
You're not reading pornography.
You're not reading porn. That's
not. It's not like you open the book and it says "Stepbrother, I'm stuck in the water." What the hell are you talking about?
The way some of these people talk about it, they act like this is the most pornographic thing they've ever read in their life.
Well, it probably is for a lot of them.
Probably is.
But no,
there is erotica as well.
Yeah, but Colt, you have to understand on the romantasy scale, ACOTAR is the fucking tip of the iceberg. It gets crazier down the line. My sister was describing a book to my wife, and I wanted to call the cops.
There's a lot of
it wasn't illegal,
non-consensual stuff as well.
Okay, none of that is what I'm talking about. With these girls ain't reading anything like that, but there was one thing my sister was talking about to my wife that was I can't believe you're talking about that in the same building that our mother could hear you in. That's crazy.
No, I book talk is at times really good, and then it's also really bad. And I want to say ACOTAR was huge on book talk and pushed really hard, but then I remember on my side of Bookstagram, people were not vibing with ACOTAR. I did not like that first book. That first book is not smutty at all. And it doesn't like I said, it doesn't surprise me. And then that was also another thing too, is people talking about book talk, talking about how spicy, smutty it was, and then people on my Bookstagram were it's not like that at all. And I haven't read it, so I don't know for sure. But
to my understanding, the first book was written with a younger audience in mind, young adult. And then as they were writing it, because if I'm not mistaken, they were also very young when they wrote it. They were aging up the audience, aging up with her, which is why it's not till halfway through the second book you start getting a little spicy. It's kind of like Twilight. There's a fucking sex scene, they have sex in Breaking Dawn, the book, and I wouldn't consider any of that smutty. ACOTAR is a 2 steps above that.
I will say, For those who don't know what we're talking about, ACOTAR is short for A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Yeah, Court of Thorn and Roses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'm just
realized
waiting
that.
for my wife to break into my offices and say, "Why the fuck are you talking about ACOTAR?" Like I even know anything that I'm talking about. We should talk about our favorite stuff, though. We're not here to yuck anybody's yum. Enjoy what you enjoy.
Yeah.
I'll yuck some stuff.
Yeah. So
I'll yuck your yum.
we start from 10 and then work our way down to our number 1. So I guess
Someone said work your way up.
Yeah.
The way we've done this before, we still going to do it to where if it's a lower number for someone else, do we say hold it? Like we have in the past, where it's like, hold on, I want to talk about that because that is a higher number for me than it is for you.
Ooh, maybe
because we've did that last year and the years before.
Yeah, I know we usually do that for games, and I mean, I would say yeah, but I'm curious what you're worried about, Colt, because I don't.
I think you and I will align on some stuff.
Interesting.
Maybe.
Okay. I will say that's fair.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
Yeah, just hold it.
All right.
Start off as our order usually. It's Colt, me, then Tanner. So Colt, start us off.
Take us away.
Do you want to wait till Tanner's turn to talk about his not 10?
Yes, we'll wait till my turn to talk about it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, just checking. But my number 10 was something that I got into thanks to a big old movie called Superman. Right after we watched, I was craving some big Superman shit. Or not big, but just Superman shit. And I went into it because I heard it was a good series, and it's Absolute Superman by Jason Aaron. I've only read the first 6 issues because that's all that was out when I read it. I didn't realize they're at 16 or 14 issues now, so I definitely got to catch up. But this shit rules. This Superman is awesome. His suit, everything about this Superman is very interesting to me, at least. I don't really have much knowledge on Superman, the normal one, but this alternate story for him is very, very interesting.
He's barefoot, right?
Sometimes, perhaps.
Interesting.
Also very red and badass.
Yeah.
This Superman is so sick. I haven't read any. It is on my list. I need to read the Absolute Universe stuff.
Yes.
I need to read it. It looks super sick, and I was really surprised when Colt told me about it, and I really need to read it because Colt's also reading it.
And apparently
he has cool, sexy hair.
Yep.
And again, not to yuck any yum, apparently Absolute Superman is one people are like lower on. And I know a ton of people that like Absolute Superman, but apparently like there's a lot of the Absolute Universe that people just adore. So
I'm jumping in.
Yeah. Absolute Superman is definitely on my list to read in 2026.
Same. Ready for my number 10?
Yeah,
I'm ready.
My number 10 is I read this back in October for Halloween. I read Infidel. This is from 2018. It's a graphic novel from 2018 written by, this is the name I had to look up to pronounce because I wasn't sure, and I'm still not sure, so I'm sorry if I mess this up. Pornsak Pashot.
Have you not read this book before this year?
No, I haven't read it.
What the fuck? You told me about it. I guess I read it before you.
I told you it was a book I've been interested in. Cody's read it.
I've read it too. I read it years ago.
Yeah, I know you both read it. I haven't read it. I've been meaning to. And I finally did. Illustrated by Aaron Campbell. It is incredible. It is a very creepy, gnarly book. And I'm just going to read to you what it's about on its little synopsis here. A horror tale for the 21st century, Infidel follows an American Muslim woman and her multiracial neighbors who move into a building haunted by entities fueled by xenophobia. And that's pretty much it. I highly recommend it. It also has an introduction by, oh gosh, I did not look this up. Tanana Reeve and an afterword by Jeff Lemire. who is also a really good writer, or a great writer as well. I highly recommend it. Again, the art is incredible. The writing is incredible. It's a fantastic, very creepy story as well.
I agree. It's really good. I remember it being very spooky. And damn, I'm still surprised you haven't read it until this year, the last year. Because I feel like I spoiled stuff for you, but I guess you don't remember.
No, you didn't spoil anything for me. I remember us talking about it. I remember Cody like talking about how you read Infidel, but I was like, hey, I haven't read it. Don't spoil it. So nobody said anything. No, I've been safe.
Okay.
No, like I said, I've been meaning to read it for a long time. It's been on like I'm like it's like considered one of the best horror graphic novels. So I've been meaning to read it, and I'm glad I finally did. Like 2025 was a year where stuff I've been meaning to read that's kind of like, I don't want to say historical, but kind of historical, like contemporary. I've really personally, I think I've been doing a good job on getting to stuff I've been wanting to read for a while, which is what I'm really proud of.
Hell yeah. So. Also, before we go any further, this is for my ease of use for after this episode, because I know y'all are going to talk about stuff I'm going to want to read and not be able to remember it. Can we be updating the spreadsheet?
I'll spread your sheet.
Oh!
Did I do that?
Dude, 2 weeks in a row with a fucking Urkel reference.
Hey, it's going to be
this
6
show's on fire.
Okay, I should say, listening back to the songs episode while editing it, I was laughing so fucking hard. I had forgotten all the stupid shit we say.
Dude, don't even ask me to remember anything.
That was so funny.
So last week.
All right. Go ahead.
So y'all ready for my number 10?
No.
Well, which number 10 do you want first? Do you want the number 10 that caused a little bit of debate before we started, or do y'all want my real number 10 first?
I feel like I want the real one, so I could be like, you were going to put that above that? Give me the real one first.
Okay. The real one is Superman for All Seasons.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that.
I feel like I talked about this.
You did, but I don't know anything about it.
Because I read this right after we saw Superman. I read it July 12th. And if you don't know, Superman for All Seasons is written by Jeff Loeb, and the artist is Tim Sale. So they do a lot of stuff together. You made Batman: The Long Halloween, and Jeff Loeb has written a ton of shit. He's worked on
that's a big name.
Yeah, he's done a ton of stuff. Basically, it's 4 issues, and each issue is a season of a calendar year, narrated by a different person in Clark's life. So spring is from Jonathan Kent, summer is Lois Lane, fall is Lex Luthor, and winter is Lana Lang, which is his girlfriend in proper Smallville. And it's just a really good like Superman story. After watching Superman this year, I mean, we said this on the podcast at the time, but like we really wanted to get into more Superman stuff. And Superman for All Seasons is such a great jumping off point. Like I said, it's only 4 issues. It's a well done, concise story. One of my favorite comic panels ever. I've sent y'all a picture from this. It's the one of Superman doing like the cross pose with like the sun in the background. It just looks sick as hell. I
will say this Superman, of all the Supermen, this one has eaten the most potatoes.
Oh,
that is a boy that ate potatoes as a baby.
This Superman is country, if you know what I'm talking about. and this is an older comic series. This ran from September to December of 98. So I mean, you're talking, this turns 30 in.
It's older than me.
And yeah, it really holds up, and it's just like it's interesting to get all these different perspectives of how people view Clark / Superman in his life as he's growing up, because it's not like an origin story, but it's like fresh out the womb Superman, if you know what I'm saying. Because it's based kind of loosely off the original Man of Steel run. But yeah, it's just really fucking good. And like I said, you can read it in a easy afternoon. If you want something just like cool, colorful, vibrant, that just tells a good ass story, Superman for All Seasons. Can't recommend it highly enough.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's definitely on my watch list now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
highly recommend it.
I've been meaning to check it out. There's ever since All-Star Superman, and watching the film, I've been wanting to check out more Superman stuff. I will say All-Star Superman is not on my list, even though it was really good. But also, to be fair, I read 100 fucking books, and this is a really hard list to make.
It's hard. Would you like to know my number 10 was going to be?
Yes, please tell us.
So my number 10 originally was going to be, I don't know if you'll know this, but in 2024, GameStop shuttered a little magazine that meant a lot to me as a kid called Game Informer. In 2025, all the employees from the shuttered 2024 Game Informer managed to buy the IP back from GameStop and revived Game Informer into a first website, but it's actually a physical magazine again that you can go into Barnes & Noble and purchase. And so I've read a ton of Game Informer. I think easily they have some of my favorite written reviews. And as far as a release calendar for games go, which I know doesn't really count for reading stuff, it's great. But like their articles, their interviews, I really, really enjoy the new Game Informer. But it's also just really cool that they were able to get something that a ton of them put like their heart and soul into. And the fact that they managed to retain every single person that was at the shuttered Game Informer into the 2025 Game Informer. And now they're seemingly doing better than they have in years. It's just kind of a heartwarming story, and I'm glad that they're still around. So that would have been my number 10.
Okay,
Would not have allowed it.
Would not have counted, but good for you. Good for you.
We discussed it wouldn't have counted, which is why I asked before we started.
I'm kidding. So this is like a dilemma we had where
it wasn't really a dilemma. Like we make it sound more serious than it was. It lasted about 3 minutes.
It was so fucking sad.
Problem.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, Wenzel's right.
Well, no, I'm glad you still shared it with us. I haven't read Game Informer in a while, but whenever it shut down, I was really sad. I was like, that's like the end of an era. But
dude, it literally my gaming magazine of choice as a child.
Yeah.
My mom always accidentally signed me up for a year anytime she bought me anything from GameStop.
Yeah, get that Power Up Rewards Pro. You get it free.
I found out up until last year, my mom was still paying for a Power Up reward.
Oh no.
From GameStop. She was like, why do I have a charge on my card from GameStop? I was like, how much is it for? She was like, it's like $24.99. I'm like, oh, that's weird. I'm like, humor me a little bit. Go back a year on your bank statements. And do you have one there too? And she's like, yeah. It's like, you're still paying for a Power Up Rewards membership that you probably haven't used in 10 years.
Fuck.
Once your mom canceled that, right?
Yeah, no, she kept it. She's like, well, anytime I need a pop, she always calls them Pop Funkos instead of Funko Pops. But she says, anytime I need a Pop Funko, I know where to go.
Yeah.
But no, we got that canceled.
Damn.
It would have been so funny if like the last person to have that membership your mom cancels it and immediately like GameStop just shuts down.
I will say GameStop started 2026 and they have shuttered stores across the country. I'm not saying my mom was funding them, but it kind of lines up.
Your mom was single-handedly funding them the $24.99 they needed to keep open.
Yeah. My mom's $24.99 a year was keeping this company afloat.
But now that $24.99 is gone and these 50 stores have closed.
Hey, power to the players.
Hey, power to the players. Thanks, Master Chief.
Pre-order.
God. All right. We're not talking about games. We're not talking about that. Save that for game.
Oh yeah, that's
That's
later.
next week.
Fuck.
Save
Should
that
have
for-
brought up video games, Tanner. You freak.
Hey, yeah, that's my bad.
All right, we're gonna move on to number 9. Colt, what's your number 9?
Number 9. My number 9 is a book that I started this year with and actually ended the year with as well. It was like the first week of January last year. I started it. It's Harrow County. I read the first omnibus.
Oh, okay.
And then the 31st, around like 8 p.m., I read the last omnibus, which is around 16 issues. And I finished around 11. And that was my year. It took me so long to read 32 issues. Harrow County is fantastic. I absolutely love it. I think both of you would enjoy it. It's about a girl that is in a small town with a weird history of magical variety. And possibly she might be the reincarnation of a witch hung on a tree. It's very interesting because there's interactions with ghost spirits, haints, all kinds of scary stuff in the night. It's very, very cool. And it's got some interesting stuff that I didn't know about some of these creatures of the night in it as well. It's very, very pretty, very well drawn as well.
Okay. Yeah, I did not expect you to or I didn't know you read and finished that. I have the first trade paperback of it that another book I've been wanting to read as well. I've heard great things, same as what you have said. So, hell yeah.
It's definitely worth a read.
Ready for my number 9?
Yay.
Hit us, Fergie.
My number 9 is actually a series that I borrowed from Colt. So thank you, Colt. Everybody said thank you to Colt.
Thank you, Colt. Weird that he said
it. It was after the conclusion of a certain season of a show that I really needed to read it. What'd you say?
Lost.
Yes, I read the Lost series in the novel adaptations. No, I read and finished Invincible.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
God, that was this year?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, season 3 ended, and as soon as it ended, I think it was in March. So I was like, I want to read it. I want to read it. So Colt let me borrow the 3 omnibuses, and that's 144 issues or 25 volumes total. It started in 2003, and the last issue came out in 2018, and it is written by Robert Kirkman, illustrated by Corey Walker and Ryan Otley. Yeah, I started the first omnibus in March, and then I completed that one and the second one in April, and then I immediately started the third one and completed it in May. Fantastic series. If you know Invincible, you know it's about a superhero, Invincible, and his adventures. It's not a traditional superhero comic as well.
To describe his story as adventures is wild, just based off of the 3 seasons of the TV show.
I didn't know what I was thinking of. Like, okay, like, I don't want to give I want to, like, how do I say, like, if you don't know what Invincible is about, here's what Invincible is about. I couldn't think of anything, and I kept saying adventures, and I'm like, that's not right, because that's not what that is.
I was just picturing some of the most brutal scenes in the comic.
I'm literally picturing the end of season 1 right now. I'm like, I don't know if I would describe that as an event. Like, Lord of the Rings is an adventure.
It is, like, now that I think about it, it is an adventure.
Yeah, they go to Chicago.
There's a lot of there is a lot of journeys, I will say, but I would better describe it, as a coming of age superhero story. We follow Mark as a late teen into adulthood, and him having to contend with the monumental responsibility that is on him, and that is It's a lot. It is incredibly brutal, very well written, but also very dated. When you get into the later parts, it gets better. But I will say, starting off, it was rough because I was like, God damn, Kirkman, what the fuck are you writing, man?
It's just how people talk back then.
Well, not only that, some of the way he writes stuff is just like, this is not dial. Like it is insane how he writes characters at first, and then there's especially one thing that happens in the later in the series that I think a lot of people agree was completely unnecessary and really strange.
It's my least favorite thing about Invincible, even though it's like one of my favorite comics of all time. It has something that's very gross in it that I don't like.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
If it didn't have that, it would be it'd be so much better.
like that's the thing. Like that plot point you're talking about doesn't even add anything to the story.
It adds like 16 new extra issues because there's like a plot line connected to it.
There is a huge plot line that's connected to it that they should have. I have an idea in my head of like how they should have done it, but that's obviously it's not my, it's not my story, it's not my thing, so I have to judge it based on what we got. Yeah. But I was like, there is a way you could have written this without that doing that. And then not only that, there is something I think happens prior to that where Kirkman is like directly addressing the audience. That's just kind of like, that's a fucking stupid thing to say. Okay. All right, cool. It's like, it is basically him saying like, well, we do jarring things in comics sometimes to get a page turner or to shake things up in the story or whatever. And it's just like, man, that's not cool. That's not something. No. Mm-mm.
Well, Wenzel's Invincible fanfic will be coming this year, and Wenzel will be rewriting the end of Invincible.
It's the same, except for that one scene's gone, the whole plot line's gone, but also Omni-Man's got a bigger butt.
Ooh.
Omni-Man went to Brazil. He got a BBL, and he just looks incredible.
Good for him.
Also, I would like something I also really wanted to do is I won't do this for, I won't do this for two of my books, but I wanted to give my favorite quote from each book, and they're not like super long. Is that okay if I do that? That was something I should have asked.
As long as like you don't go Bible verse.
No, it's just it won't spoil anything. If you have I just want to say my favorite quote. Like,
I think that's okay.
So my favorite quote from Invincible, if you, I think you should read it or you should watch it, but this is my favorite quote. Your own children aren't coming to help you, are they? No one cares about you. Each punch I throw has the weight of everyone I love and everyone who loves me behind it. You feel the force of who I'm fighting for with every blow. Your punches have nothing behind them but your own strength. Reading that in the story sent so many chills and like made me tear up. You like, once you get to that end, like omnibus, like those final like chapters or issues, it's so good. So good. I can't stress that enough. And the art is so incredible. But yeah, that quote is really one of my favorite, like from last year, like with hands down. Like I was like, Invincible is going to be on my list, and this quote is on my list.
Hey, Invincible's the GOAT. Hey, as much as we shit, I feel like we shit on it longer than we have actually said anything good about it. It's fantastic. I fucking love Ryan Ottley's art. He is the god when it comes to art, in my opinion, in comic book world. I love his art so much.
His art's incredible. And so was Corey Walker's later art. I really love. For some reason, it's like a hot take. A lot of people hate it. I loved it. I thought it was really good.
I agree. I thought it was good too.
Well, hell yeah. Are y'all ready for my number 9?
Yes.
Well, my number 9 is again another comic book, which putting together my list, I was really surprised, like, because I had a hard time coming up with my list, but I was really trying to be like, okay, well, what works have really stuck with me throughout the year? Like, what's something that I've thought about multiple times since? And this is something I read May 30th. It's Spider-Man Life Story.
Oh, okay.
Which, if you don't know, this is a 6-issue story, comic run, where each issue of the comic is a different decade. Same Spider-Man. You're following the same Spider-Man, but it's a different decade, from the 60s all the way up to the 2010s. So the first issue is like 66, it goes to 77, I think 84, 95, 06, and 2019. So by the end of the run, I mean, you have like old ass man Spider-Man, which is a really interesting concept. But basically the story, I mean, you're following Spider-Man throughout literally his life. And you know, at first he's like a teenage, like the first issue, like I'm not gonna try to give too many spoilers because it's really good, and it's also a quick read. Like I said, it's only 6 issues. But like in the first issue, he's having to deal with, would he be more of a help to his country if he went to Vietnam or if he stayed at home in New York? And that's like the first issue, and like ramifications from that go all the way to the last issue of what his decision is. And it's really fascinating to follow like the same thread, the same guy over the course of, 55 years. And yeah, it's just, I mean, it's really good. It's really interesting to get, like, I like stories that have like adult Spider-Man, like Ultimate Spider-Man could have made this list. I've read a good bit of Ultimate Spider-Man, but Life Story just stuck with me more, just because it's a little more concise. It doesn't get in its own way. I think Ultimate Spider-Man kind of falters in some spots, but this is just really, really fucking good Spider-Man. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this is written by Chip Zdarsky, and the penciler is Mark Bagley.
Oh,
so there you go.
I've been interested in reading that ever since you talked about it as well. I've been meaning I need to read it. I find that also incredibly fascinating. Going from like basically like a chronological, or like an actual, like, okay, Spider-Man started this decade, so let's start from there and like have him actually age. I find that really fascinating, those types of stories. But then also too, like you said, like an adult Spider-Man, because most stories are like either teen or very young Spider-Man. And I love like seeing like a young Spider-Man who, makes mistakes, obviously, is very very new and brash and what have you. But then like you get an older one who is still lovable, but more mature, more capable, and a veteran of being a superhero. I would really like to see that more, like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I will say there's some wild shit that happens in this comic. Like,
what the end?
It was all in 2019. It was, or did you ask what year?
The
story?
What is the current year since it ages with him?
2019.
Okay.
It goes to the year that the comic was actually written.
Do they talk about 9/11?
Colt, it doesn't come up, but there's like bigger shit happening.
Yeah, I understand. Like, that's my whole problem with an idea like this. I just can't imagine the Vietnam War happening in the Marvel universe, or a universe where Spider-Man exists. Same thing with 9/11. I can't see 9/11, like these huge tragedies when this world's populated by superheroes. I just can't picture these events.
That's actually a very interesting Colt that is addressed in this series.
Well, I will say if Spider-Man exists, right? But like he has no, well, not Spider-Man, but like if all these heroes are appearing at the certain time and Vietnam also just happens, then they can't really stop that. But then since they're now being introduced at this time, I think they have more power. So future events like 9/11 or whatever, I would say, could be prevented, which is probably why you could see things that are like don't happen. I don't
think
know.
there would be anything to prevent in this universe, because it's possible the flows of time would just be changed drastically.
Well, yeah, another thing too. I'm like, well, like you could say that like, oh well, 9/11 didn't happen because it's a different story. So like
Osama's a fucking
I'm
an author in this universe for some reason.
What this story, what y'all are talking about, this story addresses.
okay. I'm still very
I'm
interested.
Yeah, you should definitely read it. And like I said, there's some like wild shit with established like Spider-Man characters that happen in this. You're like, huh, that's an interesting take for that character. And I think y'all would really enjoy this. And like
I'm a big fan of the Subway guy. Post 2015.
Great.
Okay. All right. Number 8.
Number 8. This is a book I actually finished relatively recently. It is Chrysalis, The Ant Venture Begins by Rhino Z. RINO capital Z. This shit rules. It's a dude, he dies, he's reincarnated as an ant. And it's basically following him as he levels up, getting new abilities, evolving as he just learns how to live in this world. It's great because he still has some of the intelligence of his old life. Like he knew he was alive before this, and now he's an ant. He knows what an ant is. He has some idea of what things are, basically. He just doesn't remember anything about his past, but it's very interesting. Also, it's a lit RPG. If you can't tell, I love lit RPGs.
I remember you telling us about this.
Yeah,
it's really, really interesting watching this ant like gain the ability to shoot acid, get like stronger, get his eyesight. It's very, very interesting. I'm excited because like I've only listened to the first one, and there's I think 7 out total on audiobooks, and I'm gonna definitely be jumping into the rest of them because I love it. Because he gets a fucking pet monkey at some point. He gets a pet monkey the size of an ant.
And Colt, the 8th one comes out in March.
Yup. I already own all 7.
Wow. Yeah, this sounds like something. I think I said this when you described it to us the first time, but it reminds me of that isekai that came out a few years ago called My Life Reincarnated as a Spider. It literally sounds just like that.
But this is better because it's all bugs. Like there is a human plot point, but I haven't really hit much of it yet, and it's mostly just the bugs interacting with each other. Like he learns how to talk to other ants by the end of the book. I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. Now he can actually get to understand what these other ants are saying or these other bugs. It's very cool.
Ooh, and you can get the first 3 as a set on Audible right now for $8.
Yeah, I got it. That one on sale is beautiful.
Well, hell yeah. I remember you talking about this. And I believe I heard about it even before that too. It's it sounds very interesting.
You know what, Colt? I'm buying it right now.
Hey,
oh shit!
Become the ant.
Speaking of buying, I will say all of my books are physical, so I have this nice stack here of my books, except for Invincible. I borrowed that from Colt, but
I had to return it to fucking Colt.
Yeah. It's just sitting on my bed in my box with my magic cards.
Where it belongs with all the trash.
I like this little stack. You guys ready for my number 8?
Hit us.
Hey.
My number 8 is a novella, A Short Stay in Hell by Stephen L. Peck. This I've been wanting to read this for a little bit now, ever since I first heard about it. This was originally published in 2009, and I think this year, because I don't know if it's because of book talk, but I know on my Bookstagram people it just popped off. So I assume somewhere on the internet it got really popular, and now I see it everywhere. I really loved it, and I'm just gonna give you the the plot synopsis on the back. As a faithful Mormon, Soren Johansson has always believed he'll be reunited with his loved ones in an eternal hereafter. Then he dies. Soren wakes to find himself cast by a god he has never heard of into a hell whose dimensions he can barely grasp, a vast library he can only escape from by finding the book that contains the story of his life.
Wenzel
And
told me a lot about this the other few weeks ago. It sounds really good.
I didn't I really wanted to talk about it, and I'm sorry, because it is a crazy ass book that is so short. I really wanted more of it. It is only, let me see. Like I said, it's a novella, so it's only 104 pages. It's a
Oh,
quick
wow.
read. I literally I was on break at work, and as soon as I got done eating, I just started it, and I got I got to about 90 pages before my lunch break ended, where I was like, "Fuck, I needed to I needed to put it away so I could get back to work." But you can read it in one sitting. The font is actually fairly large too. The page, like it's like I said, it's very, you can read through this quick. It's so good. It's so bleak and existential. I There is a quote, like, there's a lot of good, there's so much. I was trying to figure out a quote I wanted to say from this book, but I couldn't decide before doing this, because the one quote that I really wanted to say kind of gives away a big mystery about the book, or in the story, so I can't say it. But every time I read it, it it's like a gut punch. It is so, it just it's so sad. Like, you feel so defeated. Um, that's all I can say. I highly recommend A Short Stay in Hell. A huge surprise for me.
Well, hell yeah. I gotta add
I
that to the
definitely
list.
want to check it out because the way you described everything sounds very cool.
It's really good, and it packs a lot too in that short amount of time.
Well, are you ready for my number 8?
No,
Yep.
My number 8, maybe surprise y'all, 'cause y'all may not even remember that I read this, but it's The Color of Magic by Terry Pratchett.
Oh,
And I'm really including The Color Magic and The Light Fantastic as one thing here, because it very much is part 1 and part 2 of the same story. But for list purposes, I'll just say The Color Magic, which is the first book in the Discworld series, very famous fantasy novel by Terry Pratchett. Yeah, this rocked. Like, it was baffling to me that something written over 40 years ago could still be as topically humorous in 2025 as it played in 83. Honestly, it probably plays better in 2025 than it did in 1983, which is also funny in and of itself. But yeah, I loved it. I mean, I see why it's a classic, and good thing for me, there's like 40 of these books. I've only read the first 3. I read Color of Magic, The Light Fantastic, and the third one whose name is escaping me right now.
Equal Rights.
Yes, I read Equal Rights, which doesn't even follow like any of the characters from The Color of Magic. But yeah, it's just really fucking good. And like I said, 1983, it still holds up. And there's a ton of these, so you can read all of them. But I'm really interested is I believe the BBC did a 2-part adaptation that stars David Jason, Sean Astin, and Tim Curry, and Christopher Lee as the voice of Death. Not only that, but the TV special is narrated by Brian Cox. I'm like, what a fucking all-star lineup.
When?
It came out in 2000. Okay, it was released on Sky One. It came out in 2008.
Oh,
wow.
So I really want to, I know it's all on YouTube. I really want to watch it. But yeah, the book is great. Super quick read. It's a short. I was trying to see if I could find a page count, but it's like maybe a little over 300 pages. This is a super quick read. But yeah, I just highly recommend it. Like I said, it's still funny today. And it holds up. I recommend the audiobook because there's a lot of really good voices that they do in the audiobook. And there's some British shit that sneaks in there that I like to get in context of what it meant because I didn't know. But yeah, Color Magic.
Freak yeah.
I also read Equal Rights as well. I liked it. Was good. Terry Pratchett, like Tanner says, humor is incredible and still relevant today. I highly recommend Small Gods. To anyone listening, that was one of my favorite novels from 2024. It's maybe one of my favorite novels of all time. It's so freaking good. And like Tanner said, their Discworld series is huge. You can almost start from any of them, and
there's a lot of jumping off points.
Yeah, they're like Small Gods isn't connected to anything, and I think that's like self-contained as well. So you can read it without having to worry about like, you can read it and there's like not a second or like a sequel or whatever. But a lot of the books are part of their own series as well. So there's a lot of jumping around here and there. But yeah, highly recommend checking Discworld out.
I got too many I'm not saying I won't, but like I've got so many fucking sci-fi shits I need to check out.
Well, it's
sci-fi, fantasy, sci-fi. I got a lot of shit to check out, man. I gotta check out the something of time, Wheels of Time.
Wheel of Time.
Listen to that. I've got like the first 4 books, but I've been busy with lit RPGs.
Bro, I have so much to read. There's so much I want to read. And oh my gosh. Yeah. And Discworld is science fiction and fantasy. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's really good. You know, a book is good when one of the quintessential characters is just luggage. And that's not a bit. You just need to read the fucking book.
Small Gods has a character. He's a minor character. He's a salamander. I love him. That's it. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. And Death fucking rocks in these books.
I heard Death is incredible.
Death is so fucking good. And I'm imagining Christopher Lee voicing Death, and I'm like, I really need to make time to watch that this year.
I heard Death is incredible. Death is in Small Gods because he's Death. Not a spoiler. Death is an important character in Discworld, obviously.
Yeah, Death is like one of the overarching characters throughout the Discworld universe that shows up in I don't want to say in everything, but shows up in everybody's story at some point.
Yeah, and like not only that, he has his own series as well.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, Color Magic. Check it out.
Freak yeah. I will eventually.
All right, number 7.
Number 7. I think that more than likely appeared on last year's as well. I don't remember exactly, but my number 7 is Chainsaw Man by Tatsuki Fujimoto.
Wow.
Hey,
this Fujimoto went fucking insane. He's always been insane, but he went fucking hard as hell this year. He always does the thing where it's like, what are you doing? And then it's actually peak. He's currently in the peak zone. I fucking love what he's doing right now. Cause holy shit. It feels like every week for the past 3 months, every time it's released, I've messaged Wenzel saying this shit is crazy.
I mean, today, literally today.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in a couple of Discords where a lot of people read Chainsaw Man, and honestly, Chainsaw Man, like throughout its entire run, has felt like the oh no it's over, oh we're so back, oh no it's over, oh we're so fucking back meme, where it's just like there'll be like one weird chapter, but then Fujimoto just pops off with like 10 in a row that is like, what are you telling me? That what's a sword?
What did Denji just do?
Yeah, it's literally that every week, and for the past couple of months, it's been like this shit's peak. I don't even know what the fuck this man's doing. Because I remember like 6 months ago, people were like, "Yeah, this is definitely wrapping up," and now people are saying, "Well, it's definitely about to wrap up," and I'm like, "You never know with this fucker. You don't know. This could go 200 more chapters. He's an insane person that has no oversight."
I've stopped saying that because I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah, I really need to read part 2. I mean, I read all of part 1 years ago, but I desperately need to read part 2.
I really don't think he knows either, because one of my favorite things that came out about him this year is he went and saw the Reze arc movie, and he came out saying, "Why the fuck did the person why'd the writer do that? Why'd he make that happen?" I was like, everyone was thinking, what are you talking about? You fucker.
You did that.
That's so good. And it's so crazy now that like all of his former editors and shit are like also writing peak. Like the author of Dan to Dan worked as his assistant.
Hell's Paradise.
Yeah, Hell's Paradise worked as an assistant.
I think Gachi Akuda maybe. I don't know on that.
I was about to say I also wanted to say Gachi Akuda, but I could be mistaken. But yeah, so now he's just everywhere. So now people are like, oh, man, we gotta let this man cook. I feel like one day there's just gonna be a notice, be like, heads up, Chainsaw Man got 2 chapters left. It's gonna come out of nowhere. Like the chapter that's announced in is gonna be like Denji going to fucking McDonald's and be like, hey, by the way, there's 2 chapters of Chainsaw Man left.
That's kind of how it felt for part 1, because I want to say when I started reading, I was like all into this, and then it's like December and they're like, oh yeah, there's like this many chapters left. I'm like, what? But then it's like the end of part 1. It's like, what?
Yeah. What could they possibly do in part 2? And then it's even just the bits and pieces I know, it's the craziest shit of all time.
A fucking penguin. That's one of my favorite pages in Chainsaw Man.
I'm trying to think of the crazy shit that happens that I could just scream, but
there's a lot that are big spoilers.
So much that happens. Here's one. It's from the penguin thing. It's like, an aquarium isn't worth. Oh fuck! I forgot what he says. Damn it!
Damn, Wenzel.
Sorry.
Well, hell yeah, Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, Chainsaw Man.
All right, my number 7 is Hunchback by Sawa Ichikawa, from 2025, translated by Polly Barton.
That's not real.
I think you mean Dolly Parton, buddy.
Hey, put some respect on Polly Barton. She's an amazing translator. But one of my goals for last year was I wanted to try to read through the International Booker Prize 2025, because there were a lot of good books on that list, and they were not wrong. I've read several, not all of them, but I've read several, and they've been incredible. And obviously, this is one of them. Let me see something real quick. Sorry. But to give you the synopsis for this one, born with a congenital muscle disorder, Shaka spends her days in her room with a care home outside Tokyo, relying on an electric wheelchair to get around and a ventilator to breathe. But if Shaka's physical life is limited, her quick and mischievous mind has no boundaries. She takes e-learning courses on her iPad, publishes explicit fantasies on websites, and anonymously troll tweets to see if anyone is paying attention. One of her tweets is, "In another life, I'd like to work as a high-class prostitute." One day, she tweets into the void an offer of an enormous sum of money for a sperm donor. To Shaka's surprise, her new nurse accepts the dare, unleashing a series of events that will forever change Shaka's sense of herself and as a woman in the world. Like I said, I love this. I love the writing. It's so funny, and like also too just really interesting, because the author herself has the same physical disorder, or the same physical disability that her character has, so she can speak from experience and write from that, and it's just really good. It ends in a crazy ass way that I did not expect.
Well, that fucking premise is insane. I'm just
it sounds like a good movie.
Yeah.
I would love to see this adapted, honestly, and let's
do it.
I got $20.
Okay, well, and it's a really quick read. It is only 90 pages, so it's like also
Oh,
a
damn.
novella as well.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So it's really quick. It's fantastic, like I said. Um, and I just wanted to say really quick my favorite quote as well. The longer I lived, the more my body collapsed into an ever more apparent shape. It wasn't collapsing into death. Rather, it collapsed so as to live, collapsed as a testament to all the time I'd withstood. To live, my body breaks. And another quote I really like as well, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Disabled people were not sexual beings. I had assented to the definition that society had created. She is very sexual in this. It's really good. Because I mean that's really something that's not really explored in media or even anywhere, is like the sexuality of disabled people. Like, so it was really fascinating to have that account there of also another crazy line from the book is that she talks about how she would love to get pregnant normally and then have an abortion.
Interesting.
I gotta read this.
It's really good. And like there's like I said too, it's really like really beautiful and like a lot of heart to it as well. So I really recommend it.
Hell yeah. Are y'all ready for my number 7?
Do
Yep.
it.
My number 7 is a lit RPG.
Oh,
Unsold by Will Wright. So basically, this was the first lit RPG I ever read. I read it on, I think this was actually available for free if you were an Audible member, which is crazy. I don't know if it's still the case. But Unsold is the first novel in a series of books called the Cradle series.
Heard of this?
And it follows you follow Weishi Linden. He's born as an unsold, hence the title of the first book, but he wants to be strong. But he has no powers, essentially. He can't do anything. Unless, and then that's where the book picks up. It's very interesting. It's not as I highly, now granted, I've only have read the first 2. There's 13 books currently in the series. I've only read the first 2. I've heard shit really starts popping off after, like, in book 3. Like, people say the first 2 books are good, but shit hits the fan in 3. So I really need to get back to it. But the first 2 books to me are like, if you're somebody that's interested in lit RPGs, but have never interacted with one, it is a perfect jumping on point, because the first book is not super lit RPGs. It's more of a progression fantasy, if that's even a term, where like you occasionally get like little spurts of like, oh, this person gained blah 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 blah, but it's not like so in your face like all the time number go up. It's really good. I highly recommend it. Super quick reads, listens. Like both the first and the second book are like under 8-hour audiobooks. They're not long at all. I know the later ones get to be pretty chunky. But yeah, Unsold was really good, and like I said, definitely a great jumping off point if you're somebody remotely interested in lit RPGs.
okay. I've never heard of this.
Yeah, it's in my wish list.
Is
So
it not free anymore?
No.
Damn. But still, I mean, it's definitely worth paying for.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good time. I highly recommend it. Wenzel, I think you will get more enjoyment out of it than Colt, just because Colt has been in these minds for several years. Like Unsold could, at least, again, based off of the 2 books in the Cradle series I've read. Like I said, I've heard it, shit pops off in book 3. But I think you would enjoy it from the jump, where I think Colt would maybe need a couple couple of the books to really get going, because the first 2 books are definitely set up for a larger story.
Okay. All right.
Number 6 in?
Number
Yep.
6.
I'm ready to 6.
My number 6 is actually not 1 book, but 4 books. I'm throwing them together because it's hard to differentiate if you just consume them all at once, back to back to back. It all becomes one series, basically. And that happens a lot in my list today. I'm going to go ahead and say it's Mistborn's Era 2. It's the cowboy, steampunk, not cowboy. It's a steampunk era of the Mistborn world that was very good. Like, it took me a second for Era 1, but like, I guess since it was establishing everything, it was very easy to jump into Era 2. I can't really recommend it without recommending Era 1 first.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, yeah, that's a Sanderson hard sell for sure.
And the funny thing is, it's not going to be the last time Mistborn pops up on my list.
Whoa.
All right. Well, ready for my number 6?
I'm ready.
My number 6 is one of the 10 books that I read in Japan. Not in Japan. One of the 10 books I read in Japanuary. I thought I needed. I love so many of the books that I read, but I needed to include at least one on here, and not a lot of them. So this is my favorite out of them, and that is Kitchen by Banana Yoshimoto, translated by Megan Backus, 1993.
I like the name Banana.
I love her name as well. To give you the brief synopsis here, Mikage is an orphan raised by her grandmother who has passed away. Grieving, she is taken in by her friend Yoichi and his mother, who is a trans woman, Eriko. And the three of them form an improvised family that soon weathers its own tragic losses. This was really, the cover of it makes it seem more like kind of soap, not soap, sitcom-y and wholesome, and it is still wholesome and has some tender and warm moments. A lot of talk about food and cooking as well. It made my mouth water at times, but it is also still very very sad, very dark, and just really enduring as well. I really enjoyed it. I say really enjoyed it. It was great. It was great. And to give you one of my favorite quotes, as I grow older, much older, I will experience many things, and I will hit rock bottom again and again. Again and again, I will suffer. Again and again, I will get back on my feet. I will not be defeated. I won't let my spirit be destroyed. It has really just a lot of good lines like that about constantly being like in the depths of darkness, of depression, but then like trying to rise above that while still having to be in the dark. It is very good. Like, again, another, I mean, everything I have on my list I recommend, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds, don't know if I want to listen to that at work. That may be a home read.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely something I'm interested in.
It has, I will say, it has a turn in it that I did not expect, and it made me cry.
Yeah, so I definitely don't want to listen to it at work. Well, without further ado, are y'all ready for my number 6?
Do it.
Yep.
My number 6 is actually a book I've picked up a couple of times. It's been a book I've attempted to read probably all the way back to when I was like 17 or 18, like back in high school, but I never finished it. I never read all of it. I always dropped it for something else. But this year I finally listened to the audiobook. It is Kitchen Confidential: Adventures in the Culinary Underbelly by Anthony. The audiobook is also read by Anthony Bourdain, so highly recommend consuming it that way because you just get that fucking accent in there, and it just makes the book even better. Kitchen Confidential, if you don't know, is kind of the book that really launched Anthony Bourdain's career, where he writes about him coming up in the culinary world as a line cook, and really was the first time I think the general populace was made aware of how much cocaine a lot of people that work in restaurants do, and how much just like debauchery that they get into. Like,
gotta stay awake
at all levels, like, and not even just like drugs and stuff, but just at all levels of restaurants. There's just debauchery everywhere. But it's very fascinating, just like learning about this world that I have no even remote touchstone to. And the way he tells it is so entertaining. Now, we'll say the book came out in 2000, doesn't age super great. But we do give a pass because it came out in 2000, so it was a pre 9/11 world. As discussed earlier when we talked about the Spider-Man life story. But yeah, it's really, really good. Yeah, like I said, another like pretty quick listen. And if you just like hearing Anthony Bourdain talk, I would recommend it. It's just him telling stories for 8 hours. Like, it's pretty fucking great. So yeah, Kitchen Confidential. Number
Hell
6.
yeah, he's an interesting fellow. I don't really know much about him, but I really enjoyed his TV show as a kid.
Yeah, this book was why he was given television shows. The like Kitchen Confidential is like, what if Parts Unknown was just a like autobiography about him?
Okay.
Yeah, it's very interesting. He talks about eating oysters for the first time and how like eating a raw oyster is like better than sex. It's very good stuff.
I gotta get an oyster.
Well, I don't know if I would go as far as him, but I've sworn off raw oysters. That's a whole conversation for a different day. But
coward. We have to be 5. We're ready for 5.
I think we're ready for number 5.
Number 5. This one actually came in like a sleeper bullet. Because I technically didn't really read much of it until like a month ago. Not that long ago. Yeah, a little under a month. It is Jujutsu Kaisen's Modulo, I guess, by Gege Akutami and illustrated by Yuji Iwasaki. Yeah, this shit rocketed up to being better than the original. I wasn't huge on the original, as you guys know. I liked it. But this is the heat. Gege, you just need to never draw again. Never pick up a pen.
Never draw again.
Give up. Your career's over. Just write.
I don't know if I'd say all that, but yeah.
And Yuji Iwasaki, pick up that pen because you got to keep drawing.
Your career is starting.
Aim for the stars.
Yeah. I didn't want to put Modulo on my list just because it's not over yet, and I know it's going to end this year. But if it keeps up its pace, I don't want to say it's a sure to spot in my 2026 list, but it's really fucking good. Cold ain't lying.
I mean, it's probably going to be in my 2026 list as well.
That's fair.
Because good lord, the last chapter that came out and the chapter before it, holy frick, man.
Yeah, the last the last 3 chapters in specific have just been like, man, what the fuck are we doing?
Also, just the entire storyline of the just being on that one planet, very interesting shit going on there.
Yeah, right. Like, god damn it. Get me started. I will talk up a storm about Modulo. I just can't do it right now. We will have to say
we may when it's over, we may need to do an episode just on Modulo.
Yes.
Yeah, because it is so freaking good right now.
Yep.
Like the last chapters have been incredible. Like the whole fucking series has been incredible. It's so much better than the original series. It's insane. And the fact that like, and that's not a spoiler that there's aliens and we get to see what they were like on another planet.
Yeah, literally was used in the promotional image for chapter 1.
Like
Yeah.
that story of what their lives were like on the planet was so fascinating.
Mhm.
I'm like, Gege would not have been able to do this if they were still drawing. No way.
No
fucking way. But holy shit.
No.
Like and the art is so good, and like whenever they show characters, you can identify them. It's like you know, like it's so good.
Yeah, like the art in Modulo is like the best version of Akutami's art, but it's like when he really locked in, or when they really locked in. I guess we don't know, but when they really locked in, the Modulo art is that, but for the whole time, and like all Modulo has been like peak JJK, but all the way through. There's not a lull.
Yeah,
it's good. I highly recommend it if you're not reading it.
A character literally says like, "I love you, ba 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 ba." All right, well, watch me hit this trick shot as I jump from this airplane. It's pretty awesome.
You know, not fucking far off.
Not far off. They don't say that, but not far off. God, so sick. Yeah. All right. Ready for my number 5?
I'm ready for number 5.
My number 5 is Nolimi Tangere by Jose Rizal. Originally written in 1887, translated from Spanish by Harold Augenbraum in 2006. I read this as part of Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. I wanted to focus on a lot of media from either Filipino Americans or just from Filipinos in general. And this is like, if you don't know, Nolimi Tangere and its sequel are like the most important novels in Filipino history. It is required reading, I believe, in schools as well. And yeah, it completely understandable. It is it's fantastic. I really don't know what else to say about it. Other than that, like, and to give you to an idea of it, like, if its significance is that, it was like one of the first pieces of literature to be a huge criticism and pushback against European colonialism in Asia, and would later to spark a revolution in the Philippines. This is what Rizal's work did, and why he's such an important Filipino. Why he's such an important Filipino character in history. I say character. He's a real person. I don't know why I said that. I don't really know what else to say other than it's incredible. It follows a man coming back from Europe who wants to try to reform and change things within the Philippines, and what he meets is corruption and just cruelty, and yeah, it's fantastic, and just I hate to say it because it's the one thing that like you see everywhere, but like it really like I can't better say it than like a scathing critique of colonialism and of Spanish rule. It is incredible. One of my favorite quotes is, believing in chance is the same as believing in miracles. Both presuppose that God does not know the future. I get chills when I read that. I'm like not even fucking God knows the future. Fuck God. Even though the title of the book is a Bible quote.
That sounds, personally, probably won't read it, but it sounds fascinating. The way you described it would get me to read it. On the surface, I wouldn't read it.
It's really it's really tough because like there's so much going on, and like not only that too, there isn't really a synopsis for it on the book itself, even though it's a paperback. It just tells you like a passionate love story set against the ugly political backdrop of repression, torture, and murder. That just
lovely story, a nice love story, a backdrop by the hell.
Well, I mean, because the Philippines was ruled for hundreds of years, and like it was horrific. Like so much, it's so good. And yeah, a lot of horrific shit happens in it, and I'm trying to think. I got. Oh, and I was gonna say, Nola Me Tangere, like I said, is quoting from the Bible. It's from John 2017, and it's also a reference to an illness as well that at the time you couldn't that's what they would say, like, or in reference to them, like don't touch them. So it's a reference to that, and it's a reference to the Bible as well. So I just wanted to point that out. There's a lot of cool stuff in it, but yeah, I really loved it.
Well, Wenzel, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Are we ready for my number 5?
Yay!
Yeah.
It's so funny because I feel like we get like Colt's goofy little thing, Wenzel's very serious thing, and then we're back to Tanner's little goofy thing. My number 5 is one I'm not going to talk too much about because you two, I think, really want to read this. It's Project Hail Mary.
Yeah, I don't want that to be spoiled.
Yeah, I mean, we're not getting into spoilers here.
Please don't spoil it.
Okay, we're not getting into spoilers here. So let me talk about the end real quick. No. Yeah, hey, guys, it's as good as everybody said it was.
Okay.
Like, I know, I'm shocked too. People weren't overhyping this one. I do think for this, it is essential to listen to the audiobook versus read it. Because we were in Barnes & Noble the other day, and obviously there's a ton of copies of this around because the movie comes out in like 2 months. I was curious how they did something in the book, and it just, to me, doesn't translate as well as it does in the audiobook. You really, really need to listen to this one. Again, I mean, I think I listened to it over the course of like 2 days. It's not super long. Maybe like 12 or 13 hours. But damn, it's good. I'm so excited to see it like live. I don't know, the movie version. But we'll also too, like, this podcast has a long-standing relationship with Ryan Gosling, obviously.
Yes.
So I'm excited for everything he does. But the fact that the source material is so fucking good has me really excited. You two are gonna love it. So I really don't need anything else. But if you are like, oh, well, I've been interested in that, and you want to read / listen to it before the movie comes out, do it. You do it. Highly, highly recommend. So good.
You don't need to tell me. That's what I hear. I hear the audiobook's great. The book itself is great. I'm excited for the movie. Yep.
I gotta see them throw the football.
I gotta know what the fuck's going on with that football, bro.
Hey, football. All right,
Colty. Number 4.
My number 4 is a continuation, basically. It's Mistborn Era 1. This shit was fire. It's gas. It's metal. It's copper. It's iron. It's all of the elements.
It's lava.
Is this what you thought would be on my list?
Maybe book 1.
Oh, okay.
We're at number 4, and there's been no need of that rule.
I know. I'm just curious if Colt.
This isn't necessarily it, but
okay. Okay.
But shit, dog. Brandon Sanderson is a master when it comes to world building. you let this man like cook and he will make some of the craziest shit. Oh my god, just the whole power system with all the metals and like needing to eat it and which metal fucks you up and whatnot. It's very interesting work that he does here. Like he's got the sauce in him. The Cosmere is definitely my favorite universe in books that I've read. It is huge. It spans like 20 to 30 books. I don't know exactly how many. I've read or listened to a lot of them, and holy shit, it's great. There is one character that's actually, when you talked about death in the Discworld series, I was like, huh, that sounds a lot like this one character that's in every single Cosmere book. And I was like, I wonder if Brandon Sanderson took inspiration. He definitely did.
I guarantee you that
More than likely, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
It's just some great shit. Like it's crazy because Mistborn takes place in the same Cosmere. It's in the Cosmere, same universe as the Stormlight Archive, and it's hard to describe the timelines and how they work because time moves different on each planet.
Yeah,
they take place on multiple planets, and it's very interesting once you get to the end game of both series, but mostly the Stormlight Archive. That shit's got the sauce. It's very interesting.
Well, it's only halfway over, is it not? There's only 5 out of the 10 books out.
Yeah, right now. But Brandon Sanderson, I love your shit so much. Take your time, but also don't become what's his name? George R. Martin. Yeah, please.
I was also going to say George R.
I don't think he. I mean, Sanderson's been cranking out like a book and a half every year, and
sometimes 7.
Yeah, and he updates. He does like a weekly vlog where he's like, "This is my progress on my book I made this week." So, yeah, I think you're fine. I think you're going to get them.
Oh yeah.
I really enjoyed the first Mistborn book. It didn't make my list or anything, but I really enjoyed it, and I think the magic system in Mistborn is cool as hell. Makes me want to eat some nickels.
Be a great video game.
Yeah, it would be. But then at the same time, I'm like, what kind of video game would it be?
A game?
Shit. Yeah, you got me, Colt. All right.
Yeah.
Damn.
RPG.
I love that. I was like, man, I have the oldest book on this list, 1983, and then Wenzel hits us with the fucking 1887.
Hey. Real quick, I actually need to go to the bathroom because my nose just started bleeding.
What the heck?
Okay, we can take a break.
Yep, just let it record. My room's really dry, so give me a second.
Okay.
Shouldn't be snorting glass.
Yeah, I'm saying. Been trying to get him out of that habit. I snort my glass, it's a bad habit. Ooh, what would you do? Make a move, yeah, make a move.
Bye-bye.
I made a bookmark for my physical books. It's my holographic hot dog cart artifact from the Spider-Man Magic the Gathering set.
Oh.
Yeah, I put it in the top loader. It's going to be my bookmark for the year.
While he's going to the bathroom, I'm going to be right back and check the mail.
Okay, bye-bye. Wenzel, while you're editing this, if you want to include this in the show, you can.
What?
I was going to start singing because Colt went to go check the mail.
Okay.
I was just leaving you a little treat.
I will have to check it out. Yeah, I'm just sitting here listening, and then it's like a movie where blood starts dripping on my hand. I'm like, what the hell?
Do you think you were getting so horned up with Colt talking about Mistborn? Like it was like an anime thing?
Yeah, that is how I get horny.
Well, you know, like in anime when they see like a hot girl, their nose starts bleeding.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying your nosebleed made you horny.
No, I'm saying that's what I was doing. I was getting horny.
What?
Oh, okay. You heard him, Colt.
You heard me. No, my nose was bleeding because I was horny because you were talking about Mexico.
Oh,
Yeah. No, I didn't realize my heater was, I guess, sucking out all the moisture in the air. So
cooking
You were in an air fryer.
yeah, basically. All right. I have a tissue in my nose? Does that affect how I'm speaking right now?
No.
Nah.
I mean, I only hear Spanish.
Yay!
All right, so we're ready for my number 4?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. My number 4 is The Deloriad from 2022 by Missouri Williams. Probably it was funny that you talked about how both you, Tanner, talks about his and Colt's list being kind of goofy or whatever. Even though mine have been pretty serious, from number 5 down, it's just nothing but bummers.
Hey, great. Hey, don't worry. I got the goofy shit on lock.
And the Deloriad is probably a huge bummer for people, because I know people who I personally, I know people who are like, who really love this book, and then there are people who really hate this book. I'm going to go ahead and tell you the synopsis. In the wake of a mysterious environmental cataclysm that has wiped out the rest of humanity, a human descended from their incest cling to existence on the edges of a deserted city. The matriarch, ruling with fear and force, dreams of starting humanity over again, though her children are not so certain. Together, the family scavenges supplies and attempts to cultivate the poisoned earth. When the matriarch dreams of another group of survivors, she sends away her daughter Dolores as a marriage offering, but her reappearance triggers the breakdown of the matriarch's fragile order, and the control she wields over their sprawling family begins to weaken.
Yeah, we just aren't reading the same stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. While I'm at work, I'm just listening to like some fun stuff.
Well,
yeah, Colt listening to Ants, reading Chainsaw Man.
One of the things I really love to, like, I specifically look for in my, like, in comics and literature, whatever, I love looking for weird stuff. I'm always on the lookout for weird stuff, and this popped up. I've been meaning to read this because I bought this back in 2023, I believe. I've been meaning to read it because, like, it's been on a lot of lists, and a lot of, like, in my searches for like weird stuff, this popped up on a lot of like books to read that are really weird from like 2022 or 2023 or whatever. And like I really relish just weird, absurdist stuff, and this was what I've heard to be like that. And yeah, but I will say it is very dark, very cruel. Dolores, who is I don't even know what to, she is treated
Be about a
very,
DeLorean with a name like Dolores.
it's very funny because every time I type in the Deloriad, it always corrects to the DeLorean. It's bullshit. No, it's not. But she is a legless disabled woman who is, I can only say, is treated so horribly in the book. That's why I say this is probably not for everyone, because it is very, very dark. And I can understand why some people are turned off by that, but the writing is just so beautiful, and like, and you just gotta, there is things in there, like, that's, I can understand, again, like, people not being able to handle whatever. And then I see also too where some people were like, oh, I don't really care about all the like all the torture and blah 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 blah, it's just boring, this stuff bores me. That was a review I I saw a while ago about it. I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? It just sounds like somebody that's trying too hard to say that, like, they're like, this stuff didn't gross them out. They're just like, oh, it's boring. I see that a lot when it comes to like stuff that's like controversial or like really grotesque or what have you. They're just like, yeah, that stuff was crazy, but it's just boring. It's just like, just say you're scared. Just say you don't like it. Just admit it. Like, come on. Like, it's gross. It's grotesque. Like, that's the point. But the writing is so beautiful. It's I really can't say anything else about it. Besides, my favorite quote is, looking into her bruised face, the schoolmaster thought that the history of the world was the history of cruelty, that he had never been anything else. They limped along the great curve of extinction, 1 foot in the void, dwindling each year, and it was cruelty that made them cling on, pain and the painting of others that kept them moving.
Super fun.
Not yeah.
Yeah,
So,
like that's extremely not my shit, but Wenzel, I'm so happy for you.
thank you.
I'm truly, I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
It's not that I'm anti-dark stuff, because I read tons of it with manga and shit. It's just
Yeah, me too. The news.
yeah. I don't listen. I just don't listen to the stuff. That's my main way I read normal books. I listen.
All right, are y'all ready for my number 4?
Yeah.
I don't think you are.
Yeah.
My number 4. I just don't think you are. My number 4 is Ichi the Witch by Osamu Nishi and illustrated by Shiro Usazaki.
Tanner's the only person that's ever read this.
That's not true.
Oh my god, he's the only person that likes it.
I've heard about
it's
it.
so popular. It's like the second most popular thing in Jump right now. You fuck.
Strange.
But anyways, for a little synopsis, because I know you two fuckers don't know anything about it. Wenzel, I'm not mad at you. I'm just mad at Colt. The series takes place in a world where monsters composed of magic called magics exist. Specialized hunters called witches can obtain magic from them after performing a trial, but it is thought what did Colt just said? But it is thought only women can become witches. A young boy called Ichi, who lives in Druid Mountain and hunts for a living, defeats a magic and ends up being the first male witch. And this book is Ichi's adventures, if that's what we call them now, similar to Mark, as the first male witch. And it's a shonen. So obviously there is a very overpowered sensei type. Her name is Discaris, and she is lovely. She's amazing. She's the Abyssal Witch. And yeah, she just fucking rules. But the story rules. There's 65 chapters out currently. I have read all of them. And it, like, the first chapter hooks you pretty immediately. Like, I was like, oh, okay, I wonder if it can keep this up. And for my money's worth, it has. Now, granted, I read it pretty late in the year. It was like September, I think, when I started reading this. So it's not like I've been reading this week to week since 2024, because it just came out in September of 2024. It's a fairly new manga. But yeah, it's just so good. Like, I'm telling you right now, when it gets animated, this shit will pop off. Like, the anime for this will be huge. I will predict this and Kagurabaki will be like the two next huge anime, I think. Shonen anime, obviously. And God, I hope Ichi the Witch goes to a good studio. But yeah, this I highly, highly, highly recommend it. The fights have been incredible. There has been some absolute hype shit. Some of the magics in this are like their powers are so strange. I'm like, okay. And then, like, this isn't a spoiler, but when you defeat a magic and after doing its trial, you gain that magic as your like ability. So like the witches in this, like, they may be called something, but they have other abilities. Yeah, it just rocks. Highly recommend Ichi the Witch.
Okay. Wow, that's really interesting. I have to check that out.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
Really
I should talk it, just because literally I have never heard anyone say anything about it ever. I knew it existed. I just didn't know people liked it.
There's a account I follow that will post like weekly, like, how the chapters in Shonen Jump are right now, and they always post about Ichi the Witch.
Yeah, I mean, it's very popular. It's just not popular here yet.
Well, it's not popular in Colt's house.
Yeah, my mom never talks about it.
Barley never talks about it. Nova doesn't talk about it.
It's weird. They only talk about fucking Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo.
I can't imagine Colt just walking into his living room, Nova on the couch, Barley walking through the kitchen, and Colt's just talking to them like they're just roommates about JJK Modulo.
I mean, it's pretty much what already happens. I just yell at them like, "Oh!" They get it.
Colt, how much did you pay for that Cruel Tutor?
$11.
Yeah, I'm looking on eBay right now, and the foil version of it is like $30.
No, on TCG Player, it was only like $11.25.
Damn. Okay. Sorry to not talk about a book, but Colt, that's such a stupid card.
No, Colt,
No, it's awesome.
Colt sent this picture right at the very beginning. As soon as Tanner says Ichi the Witch, Colt sends his picture, and it's just like,
yeah, telling me that he's listening.
Yeah, no, he messaged me. It's just like, I don't give a fuck about what Tanner's talking about right now.
Dude, I got my anime card and my Western anime card.
Okay, yeah, it is cheaper on TCG Player.
That's where you got to buy your cards, man.
Yeah, whatever. All right. Top 3 time.
Top three. This one kind of already alluded to, I guess. But it's Win and Truth by Brandon Sanderson. It's the last or the latest book in the Stormlight Archive series.
Came out at the dick end of 2024, did it not?
December? It did. This is technically like, I didn't listen to the last, I think, 2 and some supplemental books of the Stormlight Archive until this year. They're fantastic. This is the best way you could have ended the first arc of Stormlight Archive. It's absolutely insane. It ends in a way it's like, God damn, he knows how to make an ending, but also setting up something else at the same time. It's beautiful work by Brandon Sanderson.
Well, hell yeah. I mean, I literally can't speak on it.
Yeah, like, obviously there's going to be stuff since this isn't songs, there's stuff we can't speak on.
How come you guys haven't listened to 6 or 5 50-plus hour audiobooks? This was the longest audiobook I've ever listened to. It's like 62, 63.
Yeah, it's like 3
hours.
fucking days.
You know what? For 2026, let's do this. A week before we each give our list of what we read, and we have to read what's on our list.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I think I'd quit the podcast.
You know what? Let's do that with video games for this year since we haven't done that yet.
Sure.
You guys
should do that with
our video game list is fine.
No, you guys haven't played the games I've played.
Yeah, we
got. I ain't going to play Squirrel Staple.
That's for this year.
Well, no, you can count it for that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Okay, just saying.
Because I don't think it's that great.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, man, it's crazy that if Squirrel Stapler was such an experience, Colt's considering it for top 10.
All right, you ready for my number 3?
Hit us.
Yeah.
I hope it's another happy one.
Happy feet.
My number 3 is also from the International Booker Prize of 2025, and that is Perfection by Vincenzo Latrico, translated from Italian by Sophie Hughes. This is also a fairly short book. It's 124 pages, and I ate it up. It's really good. There's no plot. There's actually no actual dialogue from the characters we follow in the book.
Did you just buy a blank notebook?
That's right. Okay, no plot, no dialogue, and I'm like, what did Wenzel read? Is it the cover?
It is purely a narrator or narrator observing them, and I'll just tell you the synopsis. Anna and Tom, an expat couple, have fashioned a dream life for themselves in Berlin. They are young digital creatives exploring the excitements of the city, freelancers without too many constraints who spend their free time cultivating houseplants and their images online. At first, they reasonably deduce that they've turned their passion for aesthetics into a viable, even enviable career, but the years go by and Anna and Tom grow bored. As their friends move back home or move on, so their own work and sex life and the life of Berlin itself begin to lose their luster. An attempt to put their politics into action fizzles in embarrassed self-doubt. Edging closer to 40, they try living as digital nomads, only to discover that wherever they go, the brand of oat milk in their flat whites was the same. It hits like it is basically all I can really say about it is that it is a critique of contemporary life, and it hits close for me, not because this is who I am, but because I like fragments here and there I've experienced or I have like seen like firsthand of the lives of other people or just know about, that I'm just like, damn, that's really cynical. I know that kind of gets thrown around a lot about this is cynical, but like I'm like, I mean, that's, that's fair. Like a lot of this is just like boring ass bullshit and eh, or that's not the best way to say it.
Did you like this?
My
No,
number
no.
3 book of the year is boring ass. I know what you're saying, but it's just funny.
That's not about the book. It's about
Yeah.
what the book is talking about. Is
Talking
like,
about,
yeah, it's like, yeah, I really, I can't really spoil it, but at the same time, there's so much going on in it that's like packed in like such a short little book. It's so good. The
it
quote,
sounds like a written version of like a TikToker that makes a day in our life TikTok. But you read it.
it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that, but then it's just kind of like, it's like, okay, yeah, there's this TikToker or this person, this internet person who is like, on the surface, really perfect. They have everything set up perfectly right. Everything's perfect. But then like behind that, it's like, it's not perfect. What did they achieve, quote unquote, to get it to be perfect? And like, it's just all dumb bullshit and everybody is kind of the same.
Yeah, that actually sounds fascinating. I do want to read this.
That
of like
sounds
that.
better as a movie that I don't want to see.
I don't think this could be made into a movie. If
the way Wenzel's I mean, it'd be a very absurdist movie.
Yeah. The way he's describing it makes me not interested in it. Well, because of it just doesn't sound like a good read.
It was very good.
Yeah, it sounds very fascinating.
Like I said, it tackles contemporary life, like things that like I know about that I'm just like, damn, that's pretty brutal. But I mean, Vincenzo, you're right.
Yeah, it sounded like Vincenzo. What year was it written in, Wenzel?
Oh, it was published in English last year, 2025.
But when was it originally written?
2023.
Okay. So it's okay. I was wondering if we were getting the perspective from like an early 2010s, but it sounds current.
Yeah, and especially like to like also like attacking also like people who are like quote expats unquote, people who who go to like Europe or like foreign countries to live a life of luxury and perfection, and it's like it's like no yeah. So my favorite quote that I think is like the perfect encapsulation too of like contemporary life is, they had rediscovered the abundance of time, but somehow it felt like time wasted. And so I'm just going to leave you with that because that quote really hit. It's like having freedom, so much freedom that it, I'm not going to tell you that. Let's cut that, Wenzel. Cut that. I'm not going to tell you what it means. Fuck off.
Shut the hell up. Well, y'all ready for my number 3?
Yay.
Yep. My number 3 is a book that I've heard nothing but hype about. It seems like every podcast I listen to, even people in my life that I listen to, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm like, shut the hell up. You've been talking too much. Had said, Tanner, you need to read this. Tanner, read this. Tanner, read this. Finally, I read it. Guys ain't lying. And of course, I'm talking about Dungeon Crawler Carl by
Don't
Matt
talk
Miniman.
about it.
I can talk about the first one?
No.
Maria, to save it.
It was on your list last year.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
I didn't listen to it till this year.
Oh,
Yeah, he didn't
okay.
listen to it this year.
Hey, that's my bad.
Also, too, we can make a safe assumption about where it's on his list.
Nah.
I will say I've only read the first one. So, okay. We'll get there. All right, Colt number 2.
One Piece by Eiichiro Oda.
That's right.
I love One Piece. Oda is one of the best writers ever, period.
Of all time.
He's the GOAT. He's got the sauce. He's got the juice. Gege Akutami needs to go back to sucking on a binky whenever they're in the same room because he's got the juice and the sauce and the Riz and the Chad.
It's
Sigma.
crazy that you attack somebody that's not connected to Oda.
Also, after having something they wrote 2 places lower on your top 10 list.
They're dust. They need to retire.
Hey, get them.
But seriously, though, I recently just read the last 10 chapters because I was behind a lot. And holy shit, man, One Piece is so good. It's one of the best mangas of all time. It's got one of the best stories of all time. It's got the sauce. It really does. I fucking love One Piece, man.
I've said this for years that One Piece is the best piece of literature that's been written in our lifetime. I fully believe that.
It is the
Full
One
stop.
Piece.
Full stop. Oda is. I'm currently rereading One Piece right now. I just got to Barati. Shout out my boy Sanji. But yeah, let me tell you, that man ages like a fine wine. Like, I know obviously what's happening in One Piece right now, but there's stuff I'm going to get to eventually that I haven't read in legitimately like 15 years that I'm super excited to reread for the first time since I was a child. But man, like, people were like, oh, Oda's cooked. Let me tell you, 17-year-old on TikTok, fuck you. Oda's not cooked. Oda's been cooking since before you were a twinkle in your dad's eye. Let me tell you that right now, buddy. He's had this shit planned from the start. If you read some of those early SBSs in these early volumes at the end of these early chapters, he is setting shit up that he's like, oh, you don't need to remember these characters right now. He mentioned Ben Beckman and Lucky Roo's name for the first time in the SBS at the end of chapter 42 of One Piece. And he said, but you don't need to know about them right now.
He was right.
He was right. And here we are 28 years later. Hey, you can wait. The only thing we know is that Ben Beckman shot Kid's arm off during the time skip. That's all.
Also,
Really?
the whole fucking the God fuck, what is this island called, Tanner? God Valley. God Valley.
Yeah, God Valley.
That shit. It's been
It's
hyped
peak.
up for years.
It's peak. I think
it's legit my favorite arc in One Piece.
It's peak. It's absolute peak. I mean, I think somehow we talked about One Piece recently, but I don't remember if it was on the podcast or not. But I mean, he, like, since Gear 5, I mean, it's been like another level every week. Some people want to give him shit because they're like, fucking Egghead took too long. Shut the fuck up. This show, listen, you're already here. This shit's almost 1,200 chapters. Oh, this was too long. This was 38 chapters. Shut up. What?
Egghead was not too long. It was
Wano was too long.
Oh, my
Wano was too long.
Wano was too long, yes. But no, there were legitimate complaints that Egghead went on too long.
No.
But oh, my steak too juicy. Oh my lobster too buttery. Oh, my bank account too full. It's too full. Stop giving my bank account. Shut up.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
We will glaze Oda on this program till the day I fucking die. I love it. You know what? When I die, I want my shit to go to Oda.
Yeah.
Riley gets none of it.
All my baby pictures.
I want my life insurance money. I want it paid out to Oda. I said, this is just for you, buddy. You do something nice with this. Riley gets nothing.
One of Bell's paws goes to Oda because it's lucky.
I'm not going to fucking... Why am I cutting my dog up?
It was in the will.
She's going to be still alive when he's gone.
It's just a paw. It's a lucky paw.
I want to be like...
got at least 3 years left. at most.
Man, hey, if I'm lucky, God willing,
Oh my god. It's a ball.
I'm not cutting bells up, you fucking freak.
It's just a ball.
Wow, I'm gonna have to tell Bells that her uncle is advocating for her to be chopped up.
Oh my
Also,
god. Okay.
I should have never believed the slander for certain characters. I'm not going to spoil anything, but the slander was so evil and spicy. I should have never believed it. I'm so sorry. I apologize to you.
Oh, are
big
you
man.
talking about Stone?
I'm talking about protect my baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have
Yeah.
no idea what's talking about. I also read One Piece this year. It's really good, but it didn't make my list. But it is an honorable mention.
That's great.
He's a hater.
To be fair, Wenzel's not even to like the good stuff.
No.
I was gonna say
I say that Wenzel is at good stuff. Wenzel is not to like the good stuff yet. Because I'm also rereading One Piece right now, and like I said, I'm only in Barati, but like Syrup Village is better than I remembered.
I've read, like I said, I've read so much this year, and One Piece is. If this list was like a top 15, One Piece would be in there, honestly. But,
and the thing is, the way One Piece is written, and since it is 20 plus years old,
almost 30, literally turns 30 next year.
It's all about the journey you have there. Like when you first start out, you can say, this is a great time, I'm enjoying it. But by the time you're where we are, it's like, oh my God, I've waited my whole life for this.
Dude, like I remember being in fucking 3rd grade watching One Piece when I got home on Cartoon Network. And I'm like, just thinking about that span of time, I'm like, oh my God, I have been consuming or have been around One Piece stuff for 22 years of my life.
It's beautiful.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's the greatest story ever told. It's so good. One Piece is going to go down as like Oda's going to be like Shakespeare, but real.
100%.
And we know he's one guy. We don't know that about Shakespeare.
You know, when Wenzel and I watched Hamnet the other day, I came up with a theory that Shakespeare wasn't even popular. He just wrote that shit. He's like, yeah, guys, people loved my work. It was super popular. Everybody came. I had like 50,000 people at my shows. They loved it.
Yeah, and 11 people lived in England at the time, buddy. You're fucking lying.
Yeah, lying.
I have no particular stake in Shakespeare, but it's just funny because
let's just say Oda no diffs Shakespeare, definitely
100%.
Let me say this: Oda could write Romeo and Juliet. Shakespeare probably couldn't even come up with devil fruit.
He didn't know what pirates were, I don't think.
Yeah, probably didn't even know what pirates were. The
you
Marines.
Really think Shakespeare didn't know what?
No, he didn't know what Marines were.
Yeah, Romeo, Romeo. Yeah, okay. Anybody can write that. Could anybody write something as good as shoot down that flag? I don't fucking think so, buddy.
You know what? He probably could think of fruit that make you go crazy, though.
Yeah, also, that was maybe a bad example.
Also, too, pirates existed in his time.
No,
yeah, but
no,
but Shakespeare didn't know about him.
No, he was too busy having his kids die.
Damn.
Hey,
get him.
Got his ass. Damn. Sorry for the Shakespeare slander on the book episode.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, he's washed.
True.
Hey, is Shakespeare Unk?
He's Unk status. You know how like
Shakespeare Unk status, Oda chat status.
He is so not 6'7". On God. Why you stop listening?
Well, our downloads are going down.
Give me back my data.
Is it my number 2 now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we kind of stayed on One Piece for a while, huh?
My number 2 is Crying in H Mart by Michelle Zauner from 2021. I've been meaning to read her memoir for a while. Michelle Zauner is one of my favorite artists. I love Japanese Breakfast, one of my favorite bands, just incredible, fantastic. Can't say enough. And I've been meaning to read this memoir because I read her original essay, and it was so good. And then when she said she was writing this, and it came out, I've heard nothing but great things, and I just never got the chance to listen, or I never got the chance to read it. So I was like, I have to read this, like, because I owe it to myself. And it was as great as I had heard and expected it to be. She's such an incredible writer. It is a memoir about her life, following the death of her mother, and then her connecting to her Korean background, to a lot of about cooking, about her mother as well, about her life and soul. It's incredible. I highly recommend it if you love Japanese breakfast, or if you want a really good but also incredibly sad memoir. It's incredible. It's incredible. My favorite quote from it is, "Maybe I was just terrified that I might be the closest thing she had to a living." Sorry, let me reframe that. "Maybe I was just terrified that I might be the closest thing she had to leaving a piece of herself behind." Yeah. I can really say it had me in tears, especially. I think it's kind of definitely a feeling that a lot of people who are Asian American, or who have an Asian parent, can parts of here can connect with.
I can relate.
I was about to say, obviously Colt and I can relate. The Asian parent part.
I am one.
No, Wenzel, I thought you read this years ago. I feel like you've been such a
years ago.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, maybe that was it, because you've been such a big Japanese breakfast fan. I just assumed you would have read this.
I know. I bought it. I pre-ordered it and got it on its release day. I was ready for it and everything. I just never read it. I think part of me too was kind of afraid, because having read her essay and knowing her background, I was like, I feel like it's gonna be devastating for me, and kind of was. It was very good.
Well, who's ready for my number 2?
Do it.
My number 2 is a latecomer to the list. I read it in the last 6 weeks or so. It's One Punch Man. Hold it. Oh. Written by One, illustrated by Yusuke Murata.
Tanner, did you not hear me? I said hold it, bro.
No, there's no way.
There's no way.
Yeah, there isn't.
Yeah, okay, keep going, Tanner. Jesus.
God, now I think Colt accidentally had 11 on his list.
I had a 0.
Anyways, so One Punch Man. Hey, it's good, y'all. I mean, I don't know. Hey, if you don't like that anime adaptation, just read it. It's better. You get the action better. The action in the manga is pretty much animated.
And plus, there's 3 different ones you can read. You can read the physical. You can read the Shonen Jump. You can read the original one. There's so many choices.
Read the webcomic, and then sometimes Murata will just redraw chapters and delete the old ones. So that's fun too. I'm not even certain Colt and I have read the same version of One Punch Man, but
I've read all digital and all I haven't read the latest physical.
Yeah, physical is like the one true canonical One Punch Man. But I read all of it. It's peak. The whole Monster Association battle, war, whatever you want to call it. It's just so good. You get so many good moments for so many great characters.
I've been trying to get Wenzel to read it for years, because there's one thing in it that is so his shit, but he just refuses, saying it's too gay. I hate him.
I actually read it before him. I started reading
Hey, have you read all of it?
No, but you can't say you've been wanting me to read it for years when I've been reading it longer than you have.
A specific part.
I know. I've read the last time I read it, I was still in the Monster Association arc.
Well, they were there for years.
They were there for a long time, so yeah.
But the finale of that arc is so bro.
Yeah, it's incredible. But yeah, One Punch Man. Oh man, it's so good. It's so good. I very much enjoy. I mean, I devoured it. I read the whole run in like 2 weeks.
Yusuke Murata has the sauce when it comes to drawing, man. He draws sexy people all around.
I will say he's a little too perfectionist, which I think is why sometimes he deletes chapters and redraws them, but he can cook. he is an incredible artist and illustrator. But yeah, One Punch Man, go read it. Highly recommend it. And
amen.
Maybe they'll stop making the anime.
Yeah, it's for the best, guys.
Yeah.
They're having a season 3 part 2. Oh boy.
Yeah, it comes out in 2027.
That's crazy.
Yay.
But I do think the hate at the beginning is crazy as well. Just it's just like, if you don't like it, don't harass the fucking
just don't watch. It's not the studio's fault. It's definitely like Bandai Namco's fault.
I'm sorry, Madhouse is full of people that sold their soul to Satan to become gods of animation. You just can't be that good anymore, because I don't know why the fuck they didn't continue making more. Everything hurts when it comes to the animation.
Yeah,
part
it
of
does.
One Punch Man.
Because season 1's so good. And then really it's poopy.
Yeah.
All right, Colt, what's your number 1? I think I can guess it.
You got it. One Piece. It is Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinneman. This encapsulates every single Dungeon Crawler Carl book that is currently out. I believe it's 7.
7 of them. 8th one comes out in July.
I'm very excited for it. Holy moly. Just to give you a little idea what it's about. It's about a guy that it follows a guy named Carl. I don't know if you know that. And he is...
And his cat.
And his cat, Princess Donut. I fucking love Princess Donut.
We love Princess Donut, yep.
It starts off with the planet Earth being invaded by some aliens. His cat goes outside. He's like, oh, fuck, you gotta come inside. It's cold outside. As soon as he's outside, all the buildings, every single structure in the world immediately caves into the earth, like destroying every single structure. And his old neighbor next door had her head out the door and been like, and she got beheaded immediately. It's fucking... Yep. It immediately hooked me. It was that.
This is the first chapter. Like, this isn't spoilers.
Boring.
And the thing is, it is done by Jeff Hayes. He is the narrator for Dungeon Crawler Carl, also the narrator for Chrysalis. He is my favorite audiobook person to listen to.
He's incredible. He's incredible.
He does all the fucking voices. I didn't realize Princess Donut was him. I was like,
also
what
him.
the fuck? How are you doing that? Anything by the Sound Booth Theater, I am interested in, or Sound Theater. I can't remember what it's called, but
I think it's Sound Booth Theater.
They make top quality stuff. It felt like I was watching it in my fucking head.
Yep.
It's absolutely amazing what they do. But Dungeon Crawler Carl is so fucking good. It's got stuff like... It's got more stuff for people on the gaming level of me. You know what I'm talking about. It's got more stuff that's not necessarily for like casual gamers, I would say. I know that
definitely it's a great listen, but I mean, if you're already familiar with like gaming stuff, I think you could very easily dive into Dungeon Crawler. But if like you don't really interact with gaming stuff, but you're for some reason interested in lit RPGs, I do think like there's a lot happening in Dungeon Crawler.
There's a lot of references and not so much references because I don't want to say the names.
Yeah,
but it's like, if you know these things, it's like, oh my God, that was fucking hilarious. Actually, that's really good.
Well, even like the first time they like level up and get stats and stuff, that can like that's a little overwhelming because it's like 12 of them pop all at once. So it's just Jeff Hayes for like 5 straight minutes going, new achievement. You unlocked like foot smeller or whatever the fuck. And it just goes like that. I could see that being a lot for somebody, but it's amazing. I've only read the first book. I got 2 and 3 in the wings.
I love video game stuff so much. Video games my favorite thing in the world. It's just the whole leveling up and getting new abilities. I love that so much. I love doing it in video games, and I love to listen to it. I like to see how they react to the video gamification of their life. But anyways, the aliens turn like Earth into a game show or something. That's basically the plot. It's really, really cool. Like, I cannot stress how good this really is. No spoilers for later books, but there was a later book that had me at work like fighting back tears at how good it was. It was a very emotional moment. I had to look at my coworkers and say, take a fucking knee, take your hat off. It was an old lady. Great. Just Jesus Christ, it's so good.
It's so good. High recommend. I've said this on Bluesky. 2026 is the year of the dungeon crawler, as we all know. This is the year to get into it.
Hell yeah. I've heard great things about it from Colt, from Tanner, from a lot of people. So I want to check it out.
You need to.
God, the characters, man, they're so good. The cast that you get is so fantastic.
Yeah, even like I said, even in just the first book, I mean, there's so much. I can't imagine what like the later books look like, especially because they get so long. Like that first book's only like 400 pages, but I think like it's the 5th or 6th book that's like over 700. I mean, they get beefy.
It's not long enough. Like when I finished book 7, I was so sad because I knew I'd have to be waiting the yearly releases now. It sucks.
That's how I felt when I read book 1. I was like, I could have listened to 20 more hours of that. Luckily, I have it. But yeah, book 2 will be started in the month of January for 1,000%. I'm reading a book right now, but after that book will be the second Dungeon Crawler Carl book. I'm very excited to dive back in.
God, that's awesome. Matt Dinneman, also pretty goated, cool person. There is only one negative when it comes to the audiobook, and it was because at the time, whenever he was hiring people to do audiobook, I think it was audiobook 3 or 2, they get a guest voice, and it's the Critical Drinker. If you don't know who he is a piece of shit in real life, awful person. Matt Dinneman did not know who he was. He even came on Reddit years later. He's like, I'm so sorry, guys. Like, I had no clue who he was. My people messaged me saying, like, you want to get this guy on there? He's pretty popular. He's like, sure, get him on there, without really looking at him. Because people still, like, every year, every now and then be like, man, why is Critical Drinker here? Because he is a shitty person. But also, an awful performance. He sounded terrible. He was dog shit. But everything else about it is absolutely peak.
Interesting. I don't even know who that is, so...
I don't know who that is.
He's a very conservative, very bad guy when it comes to his online opinions. To be fair, I think back whenever he was hired for this, it wasn't really known that he had all these horrible opinions. But since then, shit's changed.
Okay.
All right, Wenzel. Number 1, Tom.
My number 1 is a book that has devastated me. It's another one I've been meaning to read for years now. But then last year, 2025, I believe, it was popping off on Book Talk, and I was like, I need to read it now. I need to be ahead of these book talkers. So it is. Hold on. Sorry. I have it in my hand. I don't know why I had to look at my phone. I Who Have Never Known Men, by Jacqueline Hartman, translated from French by Rose Schwartz, published in 1995. It's been out of print for a long time, and that's also probably why it's been popping off, is because it came back into print. And I don't want to say too much because it is a existential, bleak, just sorrow. It is. I can't really say much. I will tell you the synopsis, and that's really all I can say about it. Well, now I'll give you a quote too, because it's my favorite quote, but it won't give anything away. Deep underground, 39 women live imprisoned in a cage. Watched over by guards, the women have no memory of how they got there, no notion of time, and only a vague recollection of their lives before. As the burn of electric light merges day into night and numberless years pass, a young girl, the 40th prisoner, sits alone and outcast in the corner. Soon she will show herself to be the key to the others' escape and survival. Yeah. I wanted to stop there because I didn't want to say anything else, because I feel like that synopsis kind of gives some stuff away. But yeah, that I read it, and it's only 164 pages, and I read it in a day. I actually read it while I was watching Tanner's dogs, and I was crying, and they knew something was wrong, so they tried to comfort me, but I just, there was nothing they could do.
You should have let them attack the book and make them feel better. Probably make you feel worse.
That's what I was thinking.
I probably shouldn't have read it so fast, but it had captivated me. It grabbed me. It's just such a beautiful, but such a terribly just depressing book. It is probably also has the scenario in it too is a personal nightmare of mine that I didn't realize it would manifest in here. To give you a quote though that I love, I knew nothing about him, but I knew nothing about myself, except that one day I too would die, and that like him, I would prop myself up and remain upright, looking straight ahead until the last, and when death triumphed over my gaze, I'd be like a proud monument raised with hatred in the face of silence.
Maybe read some happy stuff this year, you know?
Well, I like to read a lot of stuff. I did read 100 books, but I also like to read a lot of, a whole spectrum of emotions and experiences. So it just happens that a lot of the stuff I read was existential, sad, angry. So, yeah.
I forgot to say one thing about Dungeon Crawler Carl that's fantastic. There's a system AI that has a foot fetish, and it is absolutely awesome because it persists through the entire series.
I can't believe you let Wenzel get through all of that, and then you talk about the fucking foot fetish AI.
It's hilarious. I had to get it out because I would forget if I didn't say it.
Well, y'all ready for my number one?
Yep,
bring it.
Well, I think it's kind of appropriate because I'm technically bookending my list here, but my number one is All-Star Superman.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Which y'all covered on the show prior to the Superman movie coming out. I couldn't make that episode, but I was like, I'm also going to read it. I read it. It's phenomenal. It is so freaking good. Not to give any spoilers, but what I'm about to talk about is all issue 1 stuff. And also, Colt and Wenzel have a great full spoiler cast review on the feed. You should go listen to that. Yep. But basically, first issue is Lex Luthor has essentially set up Superman to go to the sun. He gets super cancer.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, exactly. So he finds out he's dying. So this version of Superman is really trying to come to terms with his own mortality. Like, he ends up telling Lois Lane at the end of the first issue, like, hey, by the way, I'm Superman. I'm not lying. Like, I swear I am. And then it's only 12 issues, which, by the way, this ran bi-monthly. It took 3.5 years for these 12 issues to come out. I'd have been so pissed reading this.
Yeah, that sucks.
I'm like, oh my God. But
oh no, you have to wait for stuff.
Yeah, I hate it.
That's why I wait till everything's out.
Preach.
Sometimes.
But anyways, And basically Superman goes through and completes like the 12 labors of Superman, very Herculean tale. And yeah, the story just kind of does its own thing from there. It takes a lot of twists and turns. That the last issue, in my opinion, is extremely powerful. And I think it's a great message for everybody. But yeah, it's just if watching the Superman movie made you like us and made you want to dive into more Superman stuff, Superman for All Seasons, again, not a bad place to read at all. I mean, it's phenomenal, but All-Star Superman really is like the gold standard. There's a reason people are still pointing to this. There's a reason that DC literally just released in the summer of 2025 a full audio dramatization of All-Star Superman with like a fully voiced cast of like very established audiobook voice actors. But yeah, I highly recommend All-Star Superman.
Agreed. We made a whole episode about it. Can't say anything else other than that it is phenomenal.
Yep. It's quite good. I really want to watch the 2011 animated film that they did that was All-Star Superman. Yeah. I'm interested in that, so I may try to seek that out this year.
We got some Superman heads. We got Supermaned up thanks to James Gunny.
Thank you, James Gunn. Yeah, we got three different Superman stories.
Thank you, James Gunn.
Unless one of Wenzel's stories are also secretly Superman.
Tanner, where's One Piece?
I putting One Piece on my list would have felt weird.
It would have felt weird.
I mean, I've been reading it for like on and off for fucking 15 years.
Yeah, it's like supporting your child. You love it.
I do. Maybe we'll make my 2026 list since I'm hoping by the end of the year I will have read every single chapter.
All right.
Hopefully Oda wraps this shit up.
Hey, he said that. All right, 3 more years in like what, 2013?
I think no, it was something to the effect of he said the story was 70% over in like 2016.
Now it's 71%.
I think it's 90. I feel like I remember like someone saying like 90.
I don't remember a 90, but he definitely said like pre-Wano that the story was 70% done, and then Wano took 3 fucking years. So I don't know.
Well, there you have it. Our favorite books of 2025.
What did you read this year that you liked? I'm asking the listener.
Yeah.
Fox News.
yeah, Colt, get them.
Yeah.
But seriously, have you read anything we've read? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What have you read that you loved? Let us know. Comment, send us a message, what have you, whatever. On our Bluesky, re-skied it with what you loved. A lot of we love reading. We want to know. But we're the All You Can Hear podcast. We're not going to do any plugs. You know where you can find us. I'm Wenzel. That's Tanner over there. I'm pointing to Tanner. That's Colt over there. That's Colt. I'm pointing to Colt.
I know where to find you.
Yeah, he does.
You gotta know when to hold them.
But next week's episode is 432, and that is where we're going to talk about our favorite games that we played in 2025. So
it's going to be a long one. I know this episode was long. I know last week's episode was long. Next week's episode is going to be very long. And then you're like, well, there probably won't be any long episodes after that. Fucking wrong. There's going to be another long episode after that.
I'm afraid next week's going to be long, but it's not going to be the longest one.
Well, we'll have to see.
We'll see.
We'll see you next week. Thank you.